Throughout the 57-year history of the School of Dentistry, periodic evaluations of the educational effectiveness of our programs have been a principal focus of the school and an integral part of our assessment processes. And I'm pleased to say that the School of Dentistry enjoys a distinguished record of success with the periodic evaluations conducted by the Commission on Dental Accreditation from the American Dental Association. All of our programs are fully accredited and in good standing. In our Educational Effectiveness Report, we've provided you with an overview of the three processes that are supposed to make up such a report, namely assessment, professional accreditation, and academic program reviews. Additionally, one of the hallmarks of the School of Dentistry has been its innovations. So in our report, we've included a fourth process, educational innovation. Over the years, a number of national education and curricular innovations have been developed by the School of Dentistry, as well as paradigm-shifting products and techniques important to patient care. To be sure we continue to be innovative, contemporary in our educational models, and also to keep me informed about the quality of our educational programs, I've chosen to chair our Outcomes Assessment Committee. We meet at least 6 times a year to review data from the outcomes document and assess the results firsthand to determine if curricular and program changes are needed. And when we determine that the data doesn't meet or exceed our expected results, then we implement corrective measures. And those measures are then reevaluated as we constantly strive to so-called close the loop of outcomes assessment. I'd like to take a moment to share 3 examples from our closing the loop of outcomes assessment. And these closing the loop examples cover the 3 levels of education that we provide: predoctoral students, dental hygiene, and advanced education. So one example, we discovered there was a low compliance rate in certain areas of the clinical record keeping by our dental students. And as a result, we developed and initiated a comprehensive chart audit program. When we reassessed the data in subsequent audits, we were able to bring compliance to over 90% in all of the key areas. A second example comes from the dental hygiene program, where students had a 17% fail rate in the national board examination 4 years ago. As a result, the department faculty designed and implemented curricular changes as well as introduced a review course. When we subsequently reassessed our outcomes, the failure rate was reduced in the succeeding 4 years to 3%, 4%, 3%, and then 0 this past year. As an example of our advanced education programs assessment, students can obtain either a professional certificate in a clinical program, or they can obtain that certificate along with an optional master's degree, providing that they satisfy the associated research requirements. In 2007, we only had 14% of the predoctoral students who chose to pursue the MS degree. So we determined we should analyze the process, we interviewed students, and we made curricular changes, subsequently introducing a Master's of Science degree in Dentistry, or MSD degree. And in 2010, the combined enrollment in the MS and MSD degree tracks reached 46%. So it was through program review and outcomes assessment processes that pursuit of an optional graduate degree jumped from 14% to 46% of the postdoctoral students. To validate the effectiveness of our educational programs, a number of other examples are worthy of mentioning. In 2009, that is February of 2009, we completed an accreditation site visit, and the dental hygiene, and all of our advanced education programs were reaccredited with no recommendations. On the written national board examinations, our dental students have had a first-time pass rate of 96%, 100%, 98%, and 99% during the last 4 years. The first-time pass rates for Part 2 of this examination over the last 4 years have been 98%, 94%, 98%, and then this last year, surprisingly, 73%. Well, as we looked into what was the reason for that 73%, we found that there was a change in the examination nationally, and the failure rate increased over 2.5 times that of previous years for all schools in the country. However, that's not a completely satisfying answer, so we're analyzing all aspects of the educational program to be sure that that's not the only reason for the higher failure rate. Our second-year dental students have an OSCE examination that evaluates specific skills that they have to possess before being able to treat patients. Last year, in 2009, there was only a 5% failure rate. Nonetheless, we modified our curriculum to enhance the education and preparation of students in the areas that were deficient, and those students who failed were also remediated. Another example is student research, which is an important component of our education program. And annually, our students compete against students from other dental schools, both within the state of California and also nationally. Out of 30 possible first-place awards over the last 10 years, our dental students have won 11. They've also won 7 second-place awards and 15 third-place awards. Equally strong has been our dental hygiene students, who have won 7 first-place national awards during the last 14 years and 17 first-place awards within the state of California during the last 21 years. As part of our ongoing commitment to educational innovation, a recent focus has been on the development of electronic education media, much of which contains 3-dimensional content focused on improving spatial abilities in students, a skill very critical to dentistry. This digital education content complements the complete digitization of our clinical records and radiographs in all of our clinics. Lastly, in recognition of the development of these electronic programs, in 2008 the School of Dentistry was recognized for its innovation in dental education, recognized by the American Dental Education Association with the inaugural Guys Award for Innovation in Dental Education. In closing, I know I speak for everyone in the School of Dentistry when I say that we are continually striving to improve our programs to not only innovate, but introduce these innovations into our curriculum, and of course assess our outcomes to really determine if we're achieving the results that we would like to obtain. I appreciate this opportunity to share some of our recent educational outcomes with you.